Hey guys, what's up and welcome to the first episode of Dark Souls. So I'm going to be playing the Prepare to Die edition on PC using an Xbox 360 controller, and I've got the DS Fix mod enabled, as you can see just on the left hand side there. Right, so we're going to be starting a new game. Let's get our character's name on the go. There we go, Raggy. We're going to be male. Now then, class. Now, a lot of people, including myself, faff around a lot in deciding for your starting class, but in all honesty, it doesn't really matter a huge deal. I'd say mostly it's to do with just where your points are put into, as you can see at the side. Let's say you've got your sorcerer there with more intelligence, but what I'm going to be going is the pyromancer, and he actually starts at level 1. So we're going to be going with the pyromancer, and our gift is going to be the master key, which I believe is the best key to start with, especially since I am wanting to pick up a few items at the start of the game. We'll go average build. Right, let's sort this out. What do we think? We'll go with the dragon scholar. That sounds cool. Now then, what hairstyle are we going to have? Do we go wild, swept back, or just short? Let's go wild. We'll go with dark brown. So we'll just customise our face a little bit here. Just our slide as a tad. I'll do. There we go. So there we go, our pyromancer is ready to go, so I hope you enjoy this playthrough. Let's begin.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead. The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bolts peeled apart their stone skills. Witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. Seath, the scales, betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers, and man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark sign. Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
Here we go. So we begin in the northern Undead Asylum as our knight friend up there just threw us this corpse. Now, as you can probably tell from that cutscene, we're not looking too healthy right now, and that is because we are hollow. Now, there's two forms of what your character can be in this game, that is hollow and human. Now, when you're hollow, as you can see now, we're undead. And it means that you can get summon signs throughout this game, and you cannot summon anyone, or no one can invade you, more on that later, when you are in the state of hollow. But if we just quickly pick up this dungeon key, so we can get out of this place. And as I say, the other form is human, in which case you can summon other people to assist you, and the downside is, of course, you can be invaded and get your ass killed. These are just little tips and tricks on the ground, as you can see in the purple and black writing. There's another hollow dude over here, which we can kill when we press RB. And when we kill this guy, you'll see we've just absorbed 20 souls off him. Now, souls are your bread and butter of this game, really. You get them for everything that you kill, and you need them for everything that you do. So you need them to level up, you need them to level up your weapons, your armour, absolutely everything. And you get souls from everything. Though it has got a preceded reputation with this game of being very, very difficult, which sometimes, I know it's put a few of my friends off before of actually deciding to step into the world of Dark Souls. But so it does precede its reputation. It is difficult, if I'm honest, but it's not unfair. Tip that I would give for anybody starting Dark Souls is to be patient and take your time, because I say if you rush, you will die without question. So this is the first bonfire of the game. You can think of it as like a little checkpoint system, which when we rest up like that, so if we die, we will then be teleported back to here. Now, if you die in this game, you do actually drop everything, souls at least, in a blood stain at the spot that you die at. Now, you get one chance to get back to your body to reclaim everything, and if you die again, you will lose it permanently. It is harsh in that regard, but it's the nature of Dark Souls. So, we step through this big massive door now. You can hear something walking around, but we won't run into that until a lot later. But if we just move a few steps back, Look up. Look at that nasty bugger waiting for us. Looking prick. See, that demon is not very friendly, and if we step into this room right now, he's going to jump right down, so you want to leg it as fast as you can through here. Whoa. As you can see, he's not very pleased that we've just escaped his grasp. And there's another bonfire. So I have completed this game before, but it's not been for 3 or 4 years at least. So I do remember bits and tricks here and there. That say, by no means am I an expert in this game. I just know a few little bits of where some items are and how to get from one area to another, but don't know the best build or anything like that. I just generally tend to go with the flow. Get your shield! So if we go around here, this arsehole's going to start shooting his arrows at us. Oh god, that was close. They're ungodly accurate in this game, the archers, like I say. If you shoot, they will hit exactly where you're at. Dead on the money, 100% of the time. They will not miss. So we've just picked up our shield, so as you can see, this game still continues in the menu. So make sure you don't go AFK unless you're at a bonfire, or unless you know for certain that you're not going to get attacked, because you could end up dead. Alright, so we want to... So it works in the system of right hand, left hand, so you can equip two things, so you can have an alternate weapon in both hands effectively, which we will get to shortly as we are a pyromancer, so we're going to be using spells. So in our left hand we want our cracked round shield equipped. But before we do, I'll just show you that in the shield stats on the right hand side you'll see there's a damage reduction of 65%, and that's not very good. It means that we're only going to be absorbing 65% of any damage that's going to be thrown our way. So there's a thing with Dark Souls that you can avoid arrows if you roll at the perfect time. But you do need to be very good at timing for that. Well, it's easier to do than something I'm probably going to fail on later in this video, which is using a parry. Because if someone is going to attack you, you need to parry at exact time, and you get to do a very powerful counter-attack. So we picked up our hand axe there, so we've got a proper weapon now, not that piece of shit that we had. So you can see there, if we hold up our shield, that took a slither of damage off us. You can barely even see it. So if I stand here and let him pelt me with an arrow again, you can see there, it depletes my stamina, which is the green bar. Of course, the red bar is the health. If we time it right, we can jump right through his arrow. Asshole. Let's kill this guy. That's right, bitch. Okay. This is the white light of fog, so if you step through this, normally it's associated with boss fights, but quite a lot of the time it just does open up a little bit more of an area. There's our knight friend. There's certainly no way of getting through this door, is there? So you may wonder how we get through there, but if we just look up with an eagle eye, someone just throws that boulder at us. We can walk through here and have a chat to him.
Oh, you. You're no hollow. Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I are both undead. Hear me out, will you? Regrettably, I have failed in my mission, but perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family, thou who art undead art chosen, and thine exodus from the Undead Asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know, and I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask, an undead favorite. Oh, and this. Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now, and thank you.
No worries, my friend. You began our adventure. Let's say you'll run into a lot of NPCs that are very cryptic in Dark Souls. The lore certainly isn't straightforward. I've had to learn half of the stuff I know just from reading forums and stuff, But with NPCs like this, you do always want to keep chatting to them again and again until you exhaust their chat options, which I don't think there's any more with this guy.
Now I must bid farewell.
So if we go back to these stairs just here... Not yet. There we go. Unfortunately, he is now dead. We gain 100 souls from him. So we come and unlock this door. And you'll see we're back at our first bonfire. Which if we rest up... Come back up these stairs. Let's go and kill this guy that tried to squash us with that damn boulder. It's not very friendly. So if you press Y on Xbox controller, you can actually two-hand your weapon. This guy will try and attack me. But say if I just shield up, you can see I'm taking damage from this now. No matter what I do. But if I try and time this perfectly... Not like that, not like that. Ow. Again. There we go. That is a riposte. You can see we've just done a shit ton of damage, and you get a tiny bit more souls. You see, normally you get 20 of those guys, you get 24. And I believe it's exactly the same when you do a backstab. So as you can see, which is the bottom of the D-pad, we've now got our Estus Flask, which is our most vital item in the game. And this guy here kindly gives us our Pyromancy Flame. So whatever class you go, that dude there will give you your starting weapon. So if you go the Sorcerer, he will give you your Sorcerer's Catalyst, which is your weapon you need to cast spells. So we want to equip our Pyromancy Flame as our second option in our right hand. And if I tap the right stick, you can see we switch, and it enables our Fireball. So it's greyed out once we've got our melee weapon, but I'm not looking for any specialist build again. I'm more of a versatile type person when I play this sort of game. It's a bad hit. I'll try and get around the back of this guy and show you a backstab. So come on, swing at me. These guys swing wildly. There we go. And there's the backstab. Very nice. There's a guy here with an arrow. Oh yeah. No you don't, bitch. Sit the fuck down. Now we go around here, and we've got an elite. No, it's just a dude with the shield. He tries to get you like that. Sidestep him quite easily, and destroy him. And if we do a jumping attack, that's not how you do a jumping attack, I press the wrong button. It's a standard attack. Now right here is a real fog wall. I say this, well, anything that's this size will pretty much 100% of the time lead to a boss fight. So if we just take an Estus Flask, rejuvenate our health. That's a bit worrying that he's trying to attack me. I've not gone through yet. Okay, let's do this. What I tend to do is I like to roll off and then do a plunging attack, because I always miss it otherwise. So here is the Asylum Demon. He's going to do a big swing. Oh god. Don't think he'd get me from there. Dodge that quite easily. You can see how hell the amount of damage this is doing. It's a lot. I'm gonna miss this. Didn't. He's dead. We got him. He's a very simple boss, this first one here, and he is our key to getting out of this place. And there is the humanity, one of the things I mentioned earlier. I mentioned briefly at the start of the video that I have the DS Fix mod, which fixes quite a few bugs in the game. It's when it was first ported over, this game was actually only 30 FPS and 720p, I believe it was. But so with the DS Fix, it enables you to customise that to whatever you like. So I'm running this at 1080p and 60 FPS. And apart from the DS Fix mod, which I would recommend crucially, so we're getting a little bit of frame drops there, that'll happen from time to time in Dark Souls. You can't really help that, unfortunately. Apart from the DS Fix mod, I have 2 different HD texture packs, which is why the game does look pretty sweet, I must say. I would definitely recommend getting those. Now you see this here, this is for a crow. Now later on in the game, if we go into our equipment, So you can see our slots here. We can start dropping some of these items, not these particular ones, but you get some things like, I know rubbish gives you something, and I think the odd ring does, but if you drop an item here and leave the area, or just start and reboot the game, which is really quick in this case in Dark Souls, very good feature, they'll swap an item for you. So say rubbish is 1, so it's not, as the item says, it's not rubbish, and I believe a dung pie can be swapped for something, but not sure what other things. I know there's going to be plenty. Here we are, it's time to leave the first area of the Undead Asylum, but mark my words, we will be coming back.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen. To leave the Undead Asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords, Lordran.
Arrive in Lordran, and at the first real hub in the game, which is Firelink Shrine. So we will be spending quite a lot of time in the game in this particular area, because there are a lot of important things that are going on everywhere, pretty much. So you see, in Lordran, level up and kindle your bonfires. So you can see this bonfire here, it's got a very, very enhanced light on it, which means it's already been kindled, and a kindled bonfire means if you rest at it, you get double your Estus flasks. Now normally you have to offer a humanity to do that, but this one's automatically done for you. Very nice of you, Dark Souls, thank you. So when we rest now, there we go, our Estus flask goes up to 10. So now once we're at a bonfire, we can level up using our souls. Now, like I say, I'm no expert with what's the best spec, and quote me if I'm wrong, but I'm fairly certain as a pyromancer, if you enhance your intelligence, which normally increases your spell power, it does not affect your pyromancy. I believe it's just the flame which does that, so do take that into account if you play a pyromancer. But I mean, otherwise, I do want to get my strength to 16 to wield a certain weapon, which we'll be getting shortly, not very shortly, but pretty soon. But I mean, if you're never certain to what to put points into, vitality and endurance are, you'll never fail, put it that way. But to start off with, I think I can get 3 from that, is it? Yeah, 3, so I'm just going to pump all mine into strength, because I know the weapon I want to use needs 16. So if we do that, leave our bonfire. I think I'll end the first chapter of Dark Souls there for now. As you can see, there's a nice silver plated armor dude waiting for us. A couple of items, but in the next episode we're going to be collecting quite a few bits and bobs around this area and being introduced to quite a few NPCs. So I hope you enjoyed this first episode of Dark Souls. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you on the next one.